Hello, welcome to the Blue Shell Review. I'm Chris Taylor, joining me is Matt Chapman.
Hello.
And Alex McMullen.
Howdy, howdy.
Okay, so, right, I'm going to sort of go down a different route because we talk a lot about consoles and like PC games and things like that. I'm going to talk about mobile phone games. So, I'm going to start with like the good because I've been playing a few different ones recently. Some have been recommended to me, some I sort of took interest in myself. So I'll talk about a couple of the good ones. The first one I've been playing recently is Toon Blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have become obsessed with this game. It's ridiculous. It's basically like a Jules type, Candy Crush type game.
Oh god.
But it's that sort of game. But there's a bit of you obviously got the cartoon sort of element into it.
Is the lead character a chest-heavy female by any chance?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's all animals actually. You got.
Is this the one Ryan Reynolds was actually advertised?
Probably, I don't know. Well, you got your three characters. You got Cooper Cat, Bruno Bear, and Wally Wolf. Are your three characters in this game? But no, it has like the usual sort of like Julesy thing, but it's all done in puzzles. Like the jewels, it's not just like a random like just get as many jewels as you can. It's all done in puzzles. So all the jewels is like a particular sort of shape and a certain like sort of puzzles you have to sort of solve within a certain amount of moves. And I like that. I like that element. It's like a challenge. The more levels you go up, the harder it gets. So there's that one. Another one is a completely different type of game is DC Legends, which is in the DC universe, as in the comic books, and it's a game of that. It's a turn-based fighting game.
They do that actual game for the console, don't they? DC Legends.
Do they?
Yes.
I don't know. I've not played it on the console. Ooh, we'll have to find out that. But I've been playing the game and I've sort of done a few. It's good because the characters are, when you unlock the characters, they're quite easy to unlock. There's not millions of characters where you think I'm never going to get all these characters. You can lock each one. You have to get tiles every time you have a fight. You get like a tile of a particular character, and so many tiles will then unlock the character. So many more characters then will level them up, and on it goes.
Is there so much hidden away behind a payment wall? Usually is.
There is. Well, this is what I like about these two particular games because although there is obviously the payment side of things, you don't have to pay anything out in order to enjoy the game. Moving on to sort of what I don't like about mobile phone games is something you've just touched on there. I downloaded Super Mario Run.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Now,
Can't
loved
play
it.
very well, mind, but I
No.
got it.
I remind everyone that Matt is obviously blind at the moment after falling off his tricycle. For some reason he thought that the curb was a good way of braking.
Yeah, I just thought, let's see how far this can throw me.
Yeah, like an Angry Bird.
Yeah. I was basically playing my own computer game at the time.
Fair enough. I was loving Super Mario Run. Playing quite through. I liked the gameplay of it. The fact it's a sort of a temple run type thing, but it's side-scrolling like a typical Mario game. You got sort of unlocks and things like that. You go around collecting. You got like a map that you start building things on. You got to rebuild the kingdom and things like that. And I got all the way to the end of the first sort of group of levels. Did the boss fight, kill Bowser at the end of the first world. Moved up to second world.
Well, you never killed him, yeah.
Well, I got past him. But I got past all that, got onto world 2, and you have to pay for it in order to carry on with the game. And I hate things like that. Why only give us a taste of the game? If it's a good game, give us the game. If people want to pay for extras and add-ons and things like that, by all means, have those things in there. But at least allow you to play the game as the game's meant to be played without having to pay for it.
You could argue the flip side of that though, couldn't you? Well, you get a taste of the game for free, and then if you want to continue, you have to pay. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying it's the other side to come at it.
It's just
Whereas what they could do is just say Super Mario Run, £8, and what you'd do then is you'd see it on the store and you'd go nah. And that'd be the end of it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
But don't you not think that maybe that's just like false ratings though, because they're saying that so many people are downloading this game. Like, yeah, they are, but they're only playing one level of it.
Well, that's why I like games that I play. So I'm playing it. Well, I play it whenever I've got 5 minutes. Actually, it's a game called Mind Games, and it has an advert in between it once in a blue moon, but it's literally free to download. And you just play it to your heart's content. And what it is a series of different games, Sudoku, dominoes. There's, I think, 5 or 6 different games. You've got battleships on there.
Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting.
Seriously?
Because when you said mind games,
yeah.
I was expecting it to be a typical themed kind of thing and being like some dark, twisted,
Messing with your head.
Yeah.
Like mind games where your screen starts to melt, even though it's not really melting, it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
Well, it's lots and lots of puzzles, and literally you just work your way through it, and as you get through, obviously the challenges get harder. I mean, if you look through my phone, I've already got any games, and that's mainly the stuff like the
It's all porn, that's why.
Yeah, the constant adverts, or the constant. Oh, if you want to do well at this game, you buy these credits. Buy these credits, you can buy the best weapons.
Well, here's a little tip for you then, in terms of adverts on mobile phone games. Did you know that if you put it into flight mode, you don't get the adverts pop up?
Really?
Yeah.
That's simple as that.
Simple as that. Put it in flight mode, you don't get pop-ups. Anyway, there you go, mobile phone games. Let us know what you've been playing. Let us know what you recommend.
Guess the sound. Guess the sound.
Okay, this is Guess the Sound, the game where we have 5 sound clips from different games, and one of us gives a sound. The other 2 have to guess what game that sound has come from. This week, Mass has got the sounds, and he's going to pit me and Alex against each other.
Now then, what I've got here is a combination of a couple of incredibly easy ones. So the reason that's going to be a challenge is because it's just going
that's not a combination. That's just a couple of easy ones.
No, it's going to be a question of who's the quickest. You see, you're going to know. You're going to know, I'm guaranteed. But
are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, last time you didn't know Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
so you will know at least a couple of these.
And I was too busy singing along to Sonic the Hedgehog to say it.
You will know at least a couple of them, but it's
okay.
just going to be a question of who's got the quickest mind. Okay, sound number 1. This is one that I call pretty easy, so it's quickest brain wins. Here we go.
Those are both knackered then.
Yeah.
Lemmings.
Alex gets a point.
Lemmings.
Right, I'll mix it up now. Slightly more difficult. Okay, sound number 2.
F-Zero?
We've already had that one.
Rocket League?
No. Hang on. Colin McRae?
Nope.
No.
Gran Turismo?
Yes.
Hey!
The clue was going to be possibly the most famous racing game series of all time.
Mario Kart.
Colin McRae?
That is probably the most famous video racing game series of all time, actually, yeah. So second most. Okay. Point each.
Woohoo!
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Witcher.
Oh,
Good. I was not expecting you to
yes,
get it
of course
that
it
quick.
is.
Yep.
I played it enough hours.
Yeah, we
Well,
both.
we
Well,
all-
I knew what it was, but you were just there quicker than me. Yeah, well done.
Very good. Now, you should get this, but it still requires some quick thinking. Ready?
Quake.
Wrong. I knew someone was going to say that.
Unreal Tournament.
Yep. There you go. We ready for number 5?
I don't like the angle that you're showing it in.
Excuse me.
Street Fighter.
Very good.
Yeah, 1-1!
Oh, mine's just still sat here just going.
Alex wins then.
Well done, Alex.
The first one.
Yeah, I've still not won one.
Have you not?
No. Okay, there you go. That was Guess the Sound.
Yeah, just to bring it back slightly to what I was just saying, one of my absolute favourite types of games on again on consoles mainly, has always been like your score chasing kind of game, and I've always had this weird addiction that I don't know if I really share with anyone. You know that kind of thing where I'll just sit there for hours just trying to beat my score and trying to, the be trophies and things like that that'll say like beat 50,000 points on this level or something.
Oh, I thought you
And
meant
that-
your thing with the chocolate spread.
No. But that to me is like the ultimate sort of dangling carrot. The thing, the thing where it says beat this
Are
score.
we back to the chocolate spread?
You're not playing any kind of story. It's quite simplistic, I suppose, compared to a lot of the kind of games that you might think of.
Give us an example.
Well, I know I've already used it, but like Geometry Wars, where you're basically just, trying to get to the next level. And the
Geometry
next level
War
and
is
the
the
next
sort of R-type kind of space shooter type thing.
Yeah, or Resogun. Very
Same
similar
sort of deal.
But you've played Resogun. You know there's only 5 levels.
Yeah, but they're 5 rock solid levels.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. The number of times that you're playing through those same levels over and over again. Similar kind of thing in a way was that game quite recently called Horizon Chase. You remember that?
Horizon Chase is the what's the word? The Outrun style sort of old 90s.
It's like a
never
retro.
the Horizon never getting any closer, hence the name.
Yeah.
Type racing game.
And there's just dozens and dozens of levels, and all that's really different about any of these levels is that they've got different backgrounds in them.
Like
Really, it's like yeah, but it's not. If I'm honest, the tracks don't change in the way that they would on like a racing simulation. Where the tracks can all be very, very different. This is like the handling doesn't change, no matter what sort of illusion is thrown at you. Like you might be driving over sand, you might be driving over ice or whatever like that. But the handling doesn't really change. It's just like the car twitches left and twitches right. And it's just basically, turns at a right angle around the corners.
Yeah.
And, and the only thing that changes is that it's either day or night, or, you've got like Egyptian pyramids in the background, or Tokyo cityscape or something like that. But really, all it is about trying to do each track. And there are about 50 tracks or something on the game. And you're just trying to work your way through each one and beat each one.
As I mentioned on a previous episode, what's it? Infamous First Light is like that. It's got a whole sort of challenge-based element to it, and it's probably the better part of the game rather than the story.
Whereas, say for example, I'm playing a game, and it's got bonus requirements during a level that you have to say kill so many people, but if you do it in so many different ways, you get a bonus within the game. Now that's what I thought that that helps me within the game. Getting a trophy, it's just a little picture of a trophy, Whereas I could get a good piece.
Not.
No.
It's so much more.
Whereas I could get a good piece of armor, some good XP, some some extra.
A red
moves.
hat.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like the like the idea of it, but you want an actual tangible reward.
No, so for example, I'm playing Shadow of War in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so people who don't know what that is, it's the second part of Shadow of Mordor, the second part of the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth based game.
So it's the second part of the second part
Of the second part.
of the second part.
Yeah, something like that. But so you get given certain missions to do where you've got to take out.
Are they in 2 parts? Sorry, Alex, go on.
So you'll get a particular mission. For example, kill a war chief, and to lure out this war chief, you got to kill several waves of his men. But it'll be like do 10 aerial kills or brutalise so many orcs, and for that you get certain things like gems that that give you certain attributes towards your weapons or cloaks or whatever you're wearing. And I like that sort of thing because I'm actually
Yeah.
receiving something back.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean there.
Have you tried that super hot yet?
Super hot.
Yeah. Super hot. It's very good. Basically.
Saying it with an accent don't make me know the game.
It's an action game. You can actually get it for the VR as well. But it's all time based. Really good.
Oh, so you can make it as hard or as easy as you want it to be.
Yeah.
We move on to little known fact.
Yeah.
Little known gaming facts. Little known gaming facts. Little known gaming facts.
Okay.
Steam changes every time,
I've got the little known fact for this week, and this week going back to my favourite game again, which is Tomb Raider.
Is that officially your favourite game of all time?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Did you know the head writer, I believe to be the head writer anyway, is a woman called Rhianna Pratchett, who happens to...
It's big news.
Thank you, Alex's phones, for interrupting there. Did you know that the head writer for the remake of Tomb Raider, so not the original, the remake...
Hang on, can I take a pop guess at this? Is she related to Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for stealing that from me there. Yeah, Rhianna Pratchett is the daughter of Terry Pratchett, the author of Discworld, or all the Discworld novels and and all that. And his daughter is a games writer who wrote Tomb Raider.
So she wrote the Tomb Raider as in the
new version,
new remake,
the new original, if it's sort of the new
Yeah.
first game of the
reboot. The
reboot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what other game she wrote as well?
No.
Mirror's Edge.
Ah,
So yeah.
cool.
So there you go, Rhianna Pratchett.
I was going to have a guess at that, but you didn't really get
Did
it.
she write Mirror's Edge too?
I don't think so. I don't think she had anything to do with it.
Did she have anything to do with the other Tomb Raiders? Because you've got the one that was just called Tomb Raider, but then they did Rise of the Tomb Raider, and they've now got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is she?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How old is she? Not that I'm asking for those reasons, but I mean I'm just curious. Is she?
I don't know. I don't live with her. I just.
Well, you should get your facts a bit
just
more.
picking apart your facts.
That's not part. That's not me fact. The fact has no idea what a bloody age is.
No, I guess what it is that
She's younger than Terra.
Yeah. You say that.
I should
don't
be
you?
catching him up soon. 'Cause
You say Rihanna, and it just conjures up images of like a younger girl. But I'm thinking she's probably not. She might be 50.
No, I think she's sort of like in her 30s.
No.
You reckon?
Yeah.
How old was young Terry?
Young Terry.
Oh, Terry.
I reckon young Terry was younger, but Terry when he died was a lot older.
Thank you for that. I'll sleep better at night now.
Okay, I think that will bring us to an end of this week's Blue Shell review. So I'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
For now.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor from the Blue Shell Review. If you'd like to contact us, well, you can. Just search for us on Facebook, Blue Shell Review. We're on Twitter at Blue Shell Review. And you can email us blueshellreview@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.